I didn't yell. I didn't throw anything. I didn't even ask her why. I just walked away. Maybe that's what unsettled her the most. Not the silence, but the ease of it. The calm. The absence of a scene. She expected a confrontation. Tears, questions, maybe even a desperate plea for explanation. Instead, I gave her none of it. I didn't fight for her to stay. I didn't ask her to choose. She had already made that choice. I simply accepted it. The next morning, I filed for divorce. No hesitation. No second thoughts. I packed up my life, moved to a new city, started from scratch. And for a whole year, I never once looked back. Then, one evening out of nowhere, I opened the door and found her standing there. Her eyes, once so sure of themselves, now swimming with regret. Her voice barely above a whisper, carrying the words I never thought I'd hear again. Asterisk, I made a mistake. Asterisk, but that's the thing about mistakes. They always come with consequences. We weren't perfect, but I thought we were strong. 6 years together. 3 as husband and wife. We had history. We had roots. I never once doubted her. Never thought I had a reason to. She was driven, ambitious, always reaching higher. And I was proud of her, truly. I cheered for every milestone, every victory she earned. I never felt threatened by her success, because I believed in us. I believed in her. Then came the promotion. More meetings. More work trips. More late nights. I told myself it was all part of the growth. A temporary phase. But slowly, the little cracks began to form. The way she glanced at her phone and smiled, but never shared the joke. The late-night work dinners that became more frequent. The way her tone sharpened whenever I asked a simple question. I didn't want to doubt her, but doubt has a way of creeping in, even when you try to keep the door shut. And then it all made sense. That night, she came home smelling like cologne. Expensive. Masculine. Not mine. She laughed when I asked about it. Probably someone from the office, she said. I wanted to believe her. God, I wanted to. But my gut told me the truth I wasn't ready to face. Trust is strange. You never realize how deeply it runs until it's gone. And once it slips away, it takes everything else with it. I wasn't the guy who checked phones. I didn't believe in spying. I believed that if you had to look for proof, then the relationship was already broken. But that night, the silence in my chest was louder than my principles. Her laptop sat open on the counter. She was in the shower. And everything in me screamed to walk away. But I didn't. I clicked. His name was right there, pinned at the top of her messages. Her boss. At first, the conversation was harmless. Too harmless. Then I scrolled, and every line chipped away at the illusion I'd been holding on to. Inside jokes, late-night chats, flirtation, plans. It wasn't just professional. It had never been. And then I saw it, a message from just a few nights ago, while I sat alone waiting for her at the dinner table. Asterisk, I wish I was with you instead of going home. Asterisk, that was the moment. Not rage, not heartbreak, just this icy, still realization. She was gone long before I knew. She had moved on emotionally, physically, while I was still here, believing, hoping, trusting. I didn't confront her. I didn't ask. I didn't need to. The truth was laid bare, pixel by pixel, word by word. She had already chosen another life. So I chose mine. I packed a bag. Essentials only. No wedding photos. No letters. No souvenirs from a life that no longer existed. Just the things I needed to walk away and never look back. She stepped out of the shower, humming, carefree, like nothing had shifted, like our world hadn't just collapsed. She smiled, and I realized, for her, maybe nothing had changed, but for me, everything had. I looked at her one last time, really looked, memorized her face, not with love, but with finality, and then I walked out. No words, no scenes, just silence. Some people beg for closure. I didn't need it. The truth was right there, spelled out in messages she never thought I'd see. I didn't slam the door. I didn't leave in anger. I just left, and it was the most freeing thing I'd done in years. I checked into a hotel that night, sat on the edge of the bed, staring into nothing. No crying, no breaking down, just breathing. For the first time in months, I could finally breathe. The next morning, I filed the divorce papers. Left a copy on the kitchen counter with a simple note. You made your choice. Here's mine. The weeks that followed were quiet, strangely peaceful. I waited for regret, for loneliness, for doubt to sneak in, but it never came. What came instead was relief. No more late-night suspicions. No more waiting for the other shoe to drop. No more pretending. I moved to a new city, got a small apartment, poured myself into work, hit the gym more, ate better, slept deeper. I rebuilt, slowly, steadily. And with every passing day, I felt a little more like me again. I heard things, of course. Word gets around. Her affair didn't last. Turns out she wasn't the first. Won't be the last. That life she threw us away for, it crumbled. She didn't upgrade. She gambled and lost. And when everything fell apart, when she had no one left, she remembered me. She found me, stood at my door with her pride in pieces. But she wasn't here because she loved me. She was here because he didn't. Her voice trembled when she spoke. I made a mistake, she said, like explained everything. Maybe it was honest. Maybe it came from a place of deep sorrow. But truth is, some things you can't undo. I asked her, why now? And she didn't even try to lie. Because I realized too late what I had. But it wasn't love in her eyes. It was loss. Not of me. Of security. Of stability. Of the version of herself she had when she was with me. And I wasn't going to be the man she settled for, because her plan B didn't work out. I said goodbye, told her to take care of herself, closed the door, listened to her footsteps fade away into the night. No last-minute pleas, no final words, just silence. And in that silence, I found my peace, not because she gave it to me, but because I gave it to myself. She didn't return because she missed me. She returned because she missed a version of herself that felt safe in my love. But that version of her? Gone. And so was I. Some mistakes you live with, others you walk away from. And the best revenge? It's not bitterness. It's not success. It's knowing that their absence made no difference to your joy, that you survived, that you healed, that you never needed them to come back to feel whole again.